Welcome to another episode of the Women's Hoop Show. We're starting with a college catch-up session because it feels like, even though it's February, it's feeling like March these days. South Carolina took care of business against Tennessee. UConn made a statement, another statement in the Tennessee rivalry. Texas tightened the vise on LSU, and UCLA just grabbed a real separation in the Big Ten race. We'll talk about all of that. Then we'll do a Hoop Root section for a quick history lesson on why UConn Tennessee used to be the matchup of the sport. If you know, you know. After that, we pivot to some WNBA labor conversations because the league finally sent a counter proposal. We'll talk about that for a quick second. Then we'll close it out with Unrivaled. The one-on-one bracket is set. We'll give you our thoughts. We'll give you our final four. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Autumn Johnson back in the building. Hey.
What's good, Jordan? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Where have you been? I love these little catch-up sessions.
I know, right? I know. I always see you on social media, but this is good. I love this when we can check in with each other. But it's been great.
Yes.
Like, hoops are happening. So I'm a happy girl, per usual, traveling everywhere, literally. But we sleep in April. Okay? That's what I've been saying. We're going to sleep in April.
We already know that. We know that is like the how things move in the college basketball season. But this college basketball season, Autumn, is hitting different. I feel like we said this the last time we caught up, but these games have been so good. The talent has been through the roof. And we're going to go through some of them. But honestly, we could have spent the whole hour talking about just college hoops. That's how good it's been.
Yeah, every single game. I would even say this past week, it felt like we were watching a preview of each conference championship, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really impressed with those who are separating themselves from others. Like, it's been so much fun. The stars are arriving to the moment every single time. Like you said, it's just good hoops. Like, it's hitting different this year, and I love to see it.
Oh, yeah. The AP poll, we're recording this on Monday. The AP Top 25 ranking came out today. There was some movement, but the top four spots are looking pretty solid. That's UConn, UCLA, South Carolina, and Texas. Let's start with Texas. Let's start with Texas LSU because I was supposed to be at that game. It was my birthday. It was my birthday this past week.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. That was the lead. My bad. So sorry, my girl. Happy birthday.
Right. Thank you. And we were I kind of plan a birthday trip every year. This is like my new thing in my 30s. Let's just get a little getaway, me and my husband. Yes. So I was going to go to Austin. I've never been to Austin, surprisingly. And it was going to be exciting. Then I was like, oh my God, LSU Texas is that day. Let's do it. And then as it got closer, I was like, let's just drive a couple hours up the coast. I'm a little
not mad at it. That's a great option. I'm not mad at it for you.
It was beautiful. We went to Pismo Beach. It was a great choice in hindsight. But I wish I was at this game because it looked crazy. LSU Texas, it's early February. This is already the second time that these two teams have played against each other. And Texas, from the jump, Autumn, I mean, Madison Booker hit the first, 6 points, all middies. They really took control. What kind of stood out to you from this version of each team playing against each other?
It's always the defense for me when you watch Texas. I thought LSU also came out very strong. Texas, just as the closers, like we saw that in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter in dominant fashion. And like you mentioned, Madison Booker, she's a hooper in that mid-range or just getting to the cup, 18 points for her. Rory Harmon added 11. So yes, the offense was checking off the boxes. You had a punch coming off the bench and Aaliyah Crump and Sid Berry as well. But it's always the defense that's the separator. You're talking about one of the top teams in the nation in offense. They were held to about 66 points. Am I right on that?
64. Not even
64.
66.
I gave them an extra point, extra 2 points. So what I noticed the most with their defense, LSU was forced to try to find answers in their half court set. They weren't able to get out and dictate tempo like they usually do. Only 4 fast break points. And LSU, they thrive off of that. Their tempo, their speed, transition. But Texas, like, again, just made them make tough shots. And Michaela Williams, I thought, she did great executing, as she always does. But then you need more outside of that. And Texas was able to capitalize on both ends. So it was really the Texas defense. But the fact this year they're getting that extra punch on offense outside the regular duo, I think this team is ready for another Final Four run. But this time it was always like questioning, okay, you got the defense, but what about the offense? They're playing their best basketball at the right point of the season.
Absolutely. You mentioned for LSU, Michaela Williams was hitting ridiculously tough shots. She had a game high 20 points. But I looked at Flage and how everything was so tough for her. And it's not even that it was shot selection, because I was really trying to look. I'm like, okay, at one point she was 3 for 13. I'm like, all right, if you just look at that on a piece of paper, you're saying, what are these shots? She's just having an off night. No, it was the Texas defense making everything so tough. I was watching the replay of the game and my husband came down. He was like, it feels like there's 12 people on the court. Like, it feels like there's 2 extra bodies on the court for Texas because it just looks so clogged in the paint. LSU couldn't get anything easy. And that was a great depiction of how their defense is. And you mentioned Rory Harmon. 6 steals in this game. She became the Texas all-time leader in steals. She's already the all-time assist leader. And of course, her coach, once again, going to bat for her after that game, saying, not enough people are talking about this player. Like, I love her. I love that she's on my team, but y'all need to start talking about her, because what she is doing on both ends of the floor needs to be talked about more. And I love how he is always going to bat for his players. Love you, Vic.
Yeah, as he should. I know he loves Rory. Like, you can see
he
that.
He does.
And when he talks about Rory, it's like a different type of shine. And rightfully so. Like, what she's done for this program, Rory is playing at another level. And it's her last year. If you are going into this draft not talking about Rory Harmon as, I want to say, the best point guard in that draft class, I don't know what you're doing. Because the way she can impact the game on both ends, get to her spots, 3-level score, and then she'll lock you down. All-time leader in assists and steals, that speaks for itself. And just to know her story too, coming back from injury, sitting out, and now just enjoying the fruits of her labor, trying to get her team to another Final Four. Like, I'm just so proud of her and excited to see what comes out of it. But she's got this team playing right for sure as the point guard.
She does. And last time that these two teams met, Rory sat out that fourth quarter, and that was such a big question mark on why that decision was made, even though she was struggling. But Rory told Holly Rowe after that game, that will never happen again. I will be on the floor. I will be additive to my team. And she did just that. That is why they got the win today. I think she was the difference maker in that matchup. That snapped a 7-game win streak for LSU. Real quick, February 14th, LSU has a date with South Carolina.
Box office. I need it. I need it, Jordan. Oh my gosh. I'm so ready for that. Like,
did you see that preview that ABC
special guest. Like, please. Special guest is crazy.
Malaysia Fawiley as a special guest twice. One in her South Carolina jersey, one in her LSU jersey.
That was
Oh, it's
insane work. I'm not gonna lie.
like they need a raise. Whoever did
For
that. If you
sure.
guys haven't seen it, it is on Threads. It's on Twitter, I'm sure. It was so good.
Hot.
But we have been talking about this matchup since our college season
Yeah,
preview early
we did.
months ago. So, what are you looking forward to? Like, what are a couple things that we're going to be sat? We're going to be fed
Mhm.
from this matchup. We know it's going to be good, maybe even be a little spicy. But what are
Okay.
a few things that you are looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, one, South Carolina has to go on the road. No problem whatsoever. I think South Carolina is a very veteran poised group. Like, you don't have to worry about them being shaken by the moment. And I've been at LSU's arena. It's loud. I mean, the
Mhm.
culture, the environment, it embodies Baton Rouge for sure. And it's so much fun to be there with all the fans. But I don't think that's going to shake them. So the fact that South Carolina is coming on the road, I want to see how LSU responds, with South Carolina not be shaken, responds to the number one team in the SEC coming to their home and how you
Yeah.
can take advantage of that. Obviously, number two, I'm seeing how Mylasia Fulwiley responds in this matchup and how her teammates step up for her, because as you
Mm.
know, like, you fight for your teammate, and not like there's anything there, but like, you want to come out with a dub as a competitor to take down your former team. You want that, and you want to have your best showing. So I'm curious of those two things: one, how LSU responds, how South
Mhm.
Carolina comes to their home and really embodies that culture and environment, and two, how Mylasia is the difference maker in this matchup. LSU has to take care of the ball. We know South Carolina is staunch defensively, and they can sometimes lose a little bit composure and taking like ill-advised shots or like throwing away the ball. Like, you have to play sound basketball when playing South Carolina. You don't have time for mistakes or playing too sped up. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's going to be a tall task for sure, but nevertheless, like, a great matchup with two powerhouse teams.
You guys, if you have Valentine's Day dinner plans, make them breakfast plans, okay? Move it
Brunch.
up.
It's giving
So
brunch.
give it a brunch so that you can also know what watch this game. I'm sure we will break it all down next week, but I'm so excited. Like, that is days
Very.
away and I'm still very, very excited for this. Speaking of South Carolina, their biggest matchup over this past weekend was going up against Tennessee. And
Mhm.
that was not an issue at all. South Carolina beat them 93-50.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was
Tough,
ugly.
tough night for Tennessee. One thing I want to get your opinion on was what Coach Kim Caldwell said
Mhm.
after that matchup, which kind of has made rounds on my feed. I'm sure it's made rounds on yours, but she
For sure.
said for this Tennessee team that they show a lot of quit. They quit when
Uh-huh.
things get tough. She used the word quit, and you don't want to see that. Dawn
Mhm.
Staley was asked about that comment, and she essentially said, I wouldn't have said that in public. You kind of,
Yeah.
that's something you keep behind closed doors.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on it?
Yeah, I
Ooh.
was leaning more toward, I didn't hear what Don said, but that was my reaction too. Now I'm thinking about the culture, the locker room, the environment. How is it in there?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think the bigger question is, like, what's going on with Tennessee? You have everything that you need to be successful when it comes to the personnel, the length, the defense, pressing nonstop, the athleticism, the star power. Like, it is all there for Tennessee.
Yeah.
But that comment alone, now I'm thinking of the character, or, do they like the style of the substitutions, the hockey styles type of
Mm-hmm.
substitutions when things are going right? Like, is it sucking away momentum from players? Do they really favor that? I'm not sure. Like, you know what you're signing up for when you go under Kim Caldwell's system, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
now wondering what's really going on. Is it personnel? Is it character? Is it not favoring the play style? I have no idea, but they've got to figure it out, because to me, hearing that, even she's mentioned then her message to the team was win the next one. It's embarrassing. And it is
Yeah.
embarrassing. You're talking about a storied program in Tennessee. Like, you're not expecting a blowout twice from South Carolina and UConn. Great teams, but a blowout is insane to me.
And we're going to talk more about this Tennessee UConn matchup in Hoop Roots, the history of it. But it fell a little flat when you are trying to pub it up as this rivalry, and then UConn dismantles you 96-66. The South Carolina loss was the worst loss Tennessee has ever had. Ever. So knowing the history there and to be on the wrong side of history with that type of stat, that ain't gonna sit right. But with the UConn matchup, it was glimmers of hope. I think that was what made it maybe a little worse. It was like, okay, they came back. UConn is usually just head and shoulders better than other teams. It was their first time they trailed in the second quarter all season. I saw that stat flash on the screen. So Tennessee was in the game,
for sure,
and it was their defense.
It was tied at the half.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a great first half, and then
that's it.
And then they wished. Yeah, Tennessee was like, "Do we have to go back at halftime? Can we just stay out here? Yeah, we don't need halftime. Actually, let's just keep this momentum going." And then UConn did what they did. Is that what you saw as well?
Yeah, UConn for sure. They did what they had to do for sure, and they went on a run like right out of it. I think it was like a 10-0 run to start the third quarter, and then they ended it with a 14-0 run. Defense, disruption on all fronts for UConn. That's where they hang their hat. That's where they speed teams up. It was tied at the half. Like, I thought we were going to replicate exactly what we saw in the second half, but Tennessee didn't show up, and that's kind of where you're seeing where Kim Caldwell's comments come. You do it twice. You can't make any justifications for that. Like, there's no excuse. But UConn, credit to them, they're just playing really sound basketball. They barely make mistakes, and they're starting to separate their team from others, playing defense to offense, like creating defense to offense. So Tennessee just didn't know what to do with it. Like, UConn never looked bothered by their length whatsoever. AZ Fudd was just out there having a field day, almost messed around and had a triple-double with 27 points. Like,
jeez. And Tennessee beat them last year. And, and UConn won the Natty last year. Tennessee got that upset in this matchup that happens every year. So I think that's what people were excited about. Like, maybe this is UConn's maybe their last ranked opponent for the rest of the season. So it was a lot of high hopes. But I think that it's like you mentioned, maybe it's a system fit because of this day and age of college basketball. It's not all the same players that have come back from that same Tennessee team. You add a Janiah Barker, you add kind of these bigger names, a couple freshmen, a couple signings. So now it's not that same team that beat UConn last year, even though UConn is pretty much the same. That's kind of that rivalry you're not really gonna get because it's not all these same people, if that makes sense.
For sure. No, it does for sure. And we're talking about a game that Paige Beckers was in last year too. So, and I will say UConn's just a teeny bit different with Sarah Williams inside, and she had a phenomenal second half. I mean, Gino Ariema credited, like, that second half alone was her best showing as a Husky, and they need more of that from their bigs. Sarah Strong's going to do Sarah Strong things every single time. AZ Fudd had just an offensive party out there, 27 points. I thought Kaylee Heckle too off the bench was really solid for them. Like, this team is so good when you look at UConn because they're deep in every single position. And a lot of people want to give them like all this slack about, playing in the Big East. They're not getting tested. But I think that's honestly a benefit to them because their bench players are getting tons of reps. Like,
Great point.
come on, when you get down to it, you're going to have someone to pull from in different combinations at that. We just saw Ali Zabel go off for 10 threes. Like, be so
Insane.
for real. They're going to have all the confidence in the world when it comes to their bench.
Yeah. And I love that you brought that up because I have seen that conversation kind of float through threads and this idea that if UConn goes undefeated this season, it's not going to be the same as South Carolina going undefeated. Undefeated a few seasons ago because South Carolina had to go through the SEC and those were ranked people every single night. Whereas UConn, you see some ranked people here and there, but they are just dismantling every single person in the Big East. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that? Is it undefeated is undefeated, period, or is there rankings to it?
Undefeated is undefeated. No matter how you get it, it's a win.
I
in
agree.
my opinion. And they've checked off the box in dominant fashion versus ranked foes. They beat Louisville, Michigan, Iowa. Who else? I mean, recently just Tennessee. There's one or two more. Utah.
USC was in there too.
That's 6. That's 6 ranked wins. And they did it in dominant fashion. That Michigan game was a little dicey, a little scary down the stretch. Michigan dug themselves like right back into it, but they've answered every single challenge and they're doing it in the Big East decisively. And I love the game versus Tennessee at the half because you came into the locker room, looked yourself in the mirror, and you had something to correct. You need those moments, I do say, but undefeated is very much undefeated. And they're going to have multiple tests for sure going into the NCAA tournament. They will be, it looks like the number 1 overall seed, so they might have a lighter path compared to others. That's just how that's how the luxury
goes.
of being the number 1 overall seed. But in the Final Four, whoever they face is going to give them their best shot, whether that it might be Texas, it might be South Carolina, since UCLA is the number 2 overall seed. So we shall see how things shake out. But I think they're ready for the test no matter what.
Yeah, it's not like they're lucking up and getting these wins because they shoot a half-court shot. Like they've all come down to buzzer beater. No. It's because they are rigid and disciplined and they are going to, they treat every single opponent the same and they have been dismantling everybody in the exact same way. So that's an interesting conversation. I don't think it applies here. I think UConn is very good.
Yes.
Couple other teams before we move on, I wanted to get your opinion on that UCLA Michigan game. You talked about Michigan going down to the wire against UConn. They again last second was trying to upset UCLA in this one. UCLA won 69-66, but Michigan with the late surge again missed layups. This would be a different story if they made some of these layups. Michigan, I need the mic and drill. I need full court layups. I need the bag.
Jordan's sick of it.
I'm sick of it. Make these layups. You could be in a total different conversation if you made some layups, okay?
Yeah.
Which I know their coach has told them. But what stood out to you for this? UCLA has been solid. They were kind of cruising for most of that game and mostly every game that they have faced, but they were able to close it out in a tight game, which I think now it gets you some brownie points if you were able to close out some of these tight games.
Yeah, I thought Michigan was going to be one of those teams, if not the only team in the Big Ten, to really challenge them. I am going to strongly say this might be our Big Ten championship preview that we got. And I that's just how I see it. Michigan's been so good, and I'll even go as far as saying if they get the right draw, they can make it to the Final Four. Like, I think we're in. I know. I just feel like they're really good, but we keep seeing 2 different versions in one game of Michigan. And if they just piece that the best version of themselves for 40 minutes in these type of games versus these ranked opponents, this seems dangerous. because they
Mm-hmm.
have the defense, because they have the offense, and they have the star power. Just different ways that Michigan are able to beat you. It's coming into play, and we're seeing that when they're at their best. But I thought
Yeah.
whenever they started the game, it was a hot start by keeping UCLA one and done. This is a great team off the glass. And we know Lauren Betts, when you're playing UCLA, that's what you got to focus on. But
Mm-hmm.
UCLA started to really gain control of that game when they got Lauren Betts multiple touches. She was burying her defenders inside, getting people into foul trouble. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
6'7", you have to use that advantage. So she came out with 16 points, 16 rebounds. Kiki Rice had a phenomenal game.
Yeah, she did.
And like, I don't know, she's just been so outstanding for this team, and their production just comes from everywhere. But Michigan, you saw their youth come out. I mean,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of sophomores going up
Yeah.
against a WNBA team with a lot of first round picks for sure.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. But
Yeah.
Michigan, you have time. We're telling you this at February 9th. You have some time to piece your best half and your second half together to make a deep run. Olivia Olson, 20 points. Mila Holloway, 15 points. Silas Swords, I said at the end of that game, death taxes and Silas Swords hitting late
Yes.
game threes, because it doesn't matter if she's on the whole game, off the whole game. She was
She gonna
3
hit
for
that three.
13 and 8 points, and she's still gonna hit that three at the end.
Sure.
I set the elevator screen, she's gonna make it. Like, just do it. So they have time. But on the other end, UCLA is looking like a well-oiled machine, and they really do. That experience is really coming into play here. Lauren Betts, you said the 16 points, 16 rebounds. I think I saw probably the most athletic play by Lauren Betts in this game, where it was a face up, which I don't think she does enough. She got her on the block, she faced up, jab step, did a spin move, and finished at the rim. And I said, "Oh, okay, that's how we're moving in the year of 2026. All right, that's gonna be a problem." But I'm happy to be able to see her growing her game as well, because I know WNBA GMs have been looking at that and seeing what else she can do, even though she's one of the most dominant players in college basketball. You still got to do more when you go to that next level. So I was happy to see her kind of developing there as well.
Yeah.
How about you?
I agree for sure. At 6'7", the way she uses it with great hands, great feet, great footwork. But the ability to face up, put the ball on the deck, spin, whatever in your bag. Yeah. When she starts expanding her game out to the three, which I've seen on social media, and she's done it a few times in the game as well. But when that's more consistent, like, this is a dangerous player you're talking about, especially at the next level, because we can see like what an Asia Wilson or just like the best bigs in the league can do to be able to combat that. She's going to be dangerous. She already is. But
She
next
already
level,
is.
my girl is about to be a nightmare.
A nightmare. Last one. I know we were supposed to move on from this like 10 minutes ago, but last one. Duke moved up 6 spots in the top AP 25. And I want to talk about it really quickly, because Duke at the start of the season lost some games and did not have a great start. And everyone was like, dang, what happened to the Elite Eight Duke team from last year? Now they are undefeated in the ACC. They've moved up significantly in the top 25, and they are not only ranked, which they weren't a few months ago or a month ago. They defeated Louisville 59-58, very low scoring game, just like both of those teams like it. But Duke is here. They're in the mix, and I think we got to talk about it for just a second.
Yeah, very much in the mix. I look at some of their losses: LSU, UCLA, South Carolina. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
But there are some questionable ones like South Florida. But West Virginia is a tough team. That was decided by single digits, and Baylor is a tough team. That was their first. Baylor was their first ever game. So now they're starting to figure things out. Duke is a team that hangs their hat on the defensive end. But offense is always like, the consistency part that we need to see. I thought Louisville, both great teams, the top two in the ACC, Louisville dug themselves in a hole. It was 16-1 at one. I think in the first quarter, I looked up like, what's going on here? So Louisville had to fight back even harder, but not taking anything away from Duke. They've been phenomenal. They've been playing against the lower half of the ACC. So I wanted to see this matchup to see like, hey, is Duke legit this year? And I think they still are, even though Louisville dug themselves in the hole in that first quarter. I still think the way they're able to consistently disrupt you on defense, and now add some scoring along with that, with Toby Fournier charging that pace. I think this team is playing their best basketball at the right point in the season. But Louisville, they just can't dig themselves in the hole like that.
I know. Come on. Yeah, it was a 60-1 run at the opening to the game. That's one of those where you're like, do you guys know the game started? We're here. Everybody's here. Can we just get a reset button? No. You can't restart the game. You gotta dig yourself out of that, which takes a lot of energy and everything. And so when it comes down to a free throw that could have tied it with 1.1 seconds on the clock, Amari Berry, who I was just praising you to the umph degree a couple episodes ago, you missed that because you had to exude all this energy trying to come back into those games. So that always does it. Okay. That was our college check-in. We still have so much more to talk about. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do a quick Hoop Roots talking about Tennessee, UConn. There is so much history there. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Women's Hoop Show. And we talked about Tennessee. We talked about how they have had 2 really tough losses recently. And we've talked about UConn and how they are at the top this season, but historically, these 2 teams have been going head to head for decades. So, Autumn, it's time for a little.
For the first time in WNBA history, someone has jumped in a game. Nobody, nowhere, no how has ever done it in the WNBA.
Yay! Okay, so the rivalry between UConn and Tennessee, you know that it runs deep. You know that the pro players that have gone to UConn, they don't want to see no orange in sight. And people who have gone to Tennessee can't stand that red, white, and blue. Like, that is real. It's real. But I love the story of how this started. So it started in about the summer of 1994. So it's my birthday. That's the year I was born. So this is all on theme.
Oh my gosh, full circle.
It started as an accident, Autumn. So Carol Stiff, who is a dear friend of mine, I love her. She was an executive at ESPN. And if you don't know who Carol Stiff is, look her up, because she was a huge part and why women's basketball became so big at ESPN. She made that her mission. And so she had a spot open on prime time, 1 p.m. Eastern on Martin Luther King Day. And she said, I want to put women's basketball here. And she made the call to UConn. And Gina was like, yeah, I'm in. And she wanted North Carolina. She wanted the University of North Carolina to go in that slot. And you just think about all the things we know about Tennessee and UConn. If it was UConn and North Carolina, that's just like,
right, I can't
that would be altering.
Right.
I know. So the great coach of Sylvia Hatchell was like, at UNC, she's like, no, we're not going in the middle of conference play, flying to UConn. We're not doing that. Like that, I understand it's a prime spot, but it's the middle of conference. We're not going to do that. So then Carol Stiff is like, okay, well, no problem. You know, it's big for women's basketball, but I get it. Her next call was to Pat Summitt. And Pat Summitt was like, ugh, I know we are the number 1 team. Tennessee was the number 1 team. UConn was the number 2 team. So it was going to be really big for the sport to be on prime time on ESPN. And Pat Summitt said, I don't love it. I don't love that we have to be on the road, but we'll do it and we'll go. And that's what started the rivalry. The game was sold out for months, especially leading up to it. They were the best teams in basketball. And then it just became this yearly thing that everyone wanted to look forward to because it was the two best programs, but it was also the two best coaches. It's Pat Summitt going against Gino Auriemma. So it was that whole thing. Now, Pat Summitt puts a pause in 2008 because she says, Gino, I think you're doing some funny stuff with recruiting. So we're not going to play this game anymore. And Gino has this great quote that he said to the Hartford Courant about this. He goes, I think she should just come out and say she's not playing us because she hates my guts. She should just say that Gino is a dope, a smart ass, and then everyone could say that they agree with her and we move on. And
please.
Classic, classic Pat being like, no, you're not even worth my time anymore. The rivalry was reunited in 2020, but I just think about all of the greats that have played against. Think of Rebecca Lobo in that very first meeting and how she talked about it felt like the arena was shaking because it was sold out and there was so much excitement around women's basketball all the way up until now. We know how Candace Parker feels about UConn. We know that very clearly. But even as someone like Andrea Carter, just like, I'm taught to hate UConn. Yes. So it's because we've gotten not only the regular season matchup, but it was a championship preview, like you said, with some of these games that we're seeing now. They've met in Final Fours. They met in championship games. They have been the 1 and the 2 for so long, for so many decades of women's basketball greats. So I love that it started by accident because Carol Stiff made the first call to Sylvia Hatchell at North Carolina. She turned it down. Pat Summitt said yes. Wow. That is how we got the Tennessee and UConn rivalry.
I did not know that, Jordan. I feel like no, I'm so serious. You teach me so much every single time, and I'm just over here in awe. Like,
I know you're like, tell me more. And then what happened?
Like, my whole nose is in the camera. Like, girl, back up. But I'm literally holding on to every single word of yours, and I did not know that. By accident is crazy. And two of the best programs, storied programs, two legends, all nearly majority, all of the national championships held at both of those households. Like, you couldn't have written a better story. And to hear the origin of it was by accident. I can't wrap my mind around that.
I know. It's so good. I have to shout out my co-author, Emma Baccelleri. This is in Court Queens. You can pre-order it now. It's a whole essay, a section on this great rivalry because it goes into more details. It talks about some of their best games because they've gone into overtime. Like I said, Final Fours, national championship games. And you can just name so many greats that have been in those games over and over again from both sides. So, yeah, there's your Hoop Roots for the day.
Love that one. That might be my favorite one, actually. That was really good.
Yeah. Okay, new challenge. Now I'm going to try to keep getting your favorite one each time.
No, challenge accepted. Let's get it.
Okay, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to go over some WNBA news and Unrivaled one-on-one. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Women's Hoop Show, and it's our weekly CBA Check In to see if there will be a season or not. Autumn, the recent news that kind of has popped up over these past couple days is that the WNBA finally came back with a proposal, a counter proposal, after kind of radio silence on that front for a really long time. We talked last week that they had an in-person meeting and there was an importance of having face-to-face time so that each side can really talk through what the other was thinking. The players said that the league came very unprepared, and that really set the tone for the meeting. But what we got back wasn't much. It didn't move the needle much. And it is February 9th on Monday that we are recording this. And it doesn't feel like we are closer to getting something signed.
I'm going to press the panic button.
No.
I'm so sorry. Because I'm thinking about it. Jordan, it's February 9th.
I know.
And I don't want to press the panic button, but I am panicking because if you're telling me like they didn't come prepared, it's not exactly what they want. Like even down to the simplest thing of we saw Kelsey Plum and Nafisa Collier running through the airport trying to make it to this meeting. All the players are down there in Miami. Yeah. I just wonder why it couldn't have been the other way around. No,
that's a good point.
There's just so many different things where I'm just like, I don't know if we're talking about this at February 9th and draft is around the corner. This delays pretty much everything, this entire process. Delayed season start, disruption with expansion, compressed free agency. There's just a lot of different factors where I think you have to push it back just a little bit if it comes down to another meeting and the needle's not moved. Yeah. So mid-February is next week. That's why
it is a short month.
It is a short month. It's of course February. It is a very short
moving quick.
It's giving figure it out in the next few days, and that's what worries me. And it's like little things that are being discussed, like housing. And I respect the players also for fighting not just for the star players, but for everyone. Yeah. Like they want to make sure they get this right, not just for right now, but down the line. So I think it is going to be thorough conversations that still need to be had, but like both parties have to meet each other at the middle. And I think one party's struggling to get there.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up the housing because that was kind of the one thing that maybe moved the needle. The players were very firm that they wanted housing to be a part of this. And the league kind of, as they should, the league re-engaged on housing, but in a limited temporary form. So like studio apartments for developmental players, 1-bedroom apartments only for players on a minimum salary, players with 0 years of experience, only for their first 3 years of the CBA because the housing benefit expires in 2029 in this proposal that they are saying. So it's a little bit like, yeah, we'll give you some, but only for a limited time because then hopefully by 2029 you're making enough money that everybody should afford housing. ? We'll see on that, and we'll see how the players kind of push back. But one thing that I wanted to talk about, which has been echoing across social media about this, that the league has come back with, is League Pass. The WNBA added League Pass as a benefit, meaning that they will throw in as an incentive WNBA League Pass, which, by the way, if you don't know, you should get League Pass. It's good, but it's $30 for the whole season.
$34.99, I believe.
Oh, $34. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. $34.99 for the whole season. Which I was subscribing to League Pass when it was like $7.99, $12.99. So even I was like, dang, 34. This is getting steep.
Right.
But I don't play in the WNBA. If I played in the league, I thought you're going to give me a login. Like, what? Why?
Universal code for all teams. Type in WNBA 30 ! And it's for free. Just use this code. That's crazy work.
Essentially they kind of outed themselves by saying that this was not already an incentive, which we did not know. So the fact that you were trying to throw it in as a bonus and it revealed to us that it wasn't already a bonus is
we all the same. We are all the same. All of our coins are getting pulled out.
Why am my account and Asia Wilson's account both being debited $34.99? Why?
That don't even sound right.
I'm getting MVPs, I'm getting depoys, and I still got to pay for League Pass? Damn. I was
out of my check
disappointed
that we're fighting for. Come on.
So disappointed. Like, I know some of y'all got it, and maybe Asia isn't the right example because she got it. She could pay that.
No, that's still.
But there are some players that's like, yeah, I want to watch the game. Dang,
gotta pay.
I
gotta
can't.
Pay the price. No, that's insane. I didn't know that. We all didn't know that until now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Pressing the panic button.
No. Oh, we're panicking. We are panicking.
Screaming internally, actually. It's fine.
It's fine. The schedule's already out, so I guess the season has to happen on time. That's not true. They could totally be moved, even though the schedules were released. And I'm panicking, but I will say, like I say every week, it feels like I think there's going to be a season, but it is going to be pushed back. I think there's going to be a season, but it's not going. May feels like tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's tomorrow, but it feels right around the corner. And we get no free agency. All the time that teams get to court people and come see the facilities, it's going to be like, all right, here's a FaceTime call. We're going to show you the weight room. Do you want to sign? Like, it's going to be so rushed that I don't think the players are going to want it to be that rushed, especially when it's signing contracts if the CBA gets signed for, you know, the most money that they've made in their WNBA careers. So
no, this is monumental. This one is very important. And we already know the players are going to play in good faith. I panic of just the season being delayed. That I want to clear that up.
Yes,
we will have a season for sure. But I want the players to get everything they need and deserve for sure. And if it comes down to it being pushed back, that's what they need to do, because there's a lot that needs to be cleaned up for sure.
Yeah. And again, the main point that even though the WNBA submitted their counterproposal, the gross versus net revenue sharing was not addressed. So the WNBA is still standing firm on the net. The players are still wanting gross revenue. So that is something that is still a huge thing. Who's going to give in on it? Seems like that's going to be the thing that someone's going to have to give in on to make a season happen. So we'll keep you updated here every week. The panic button might get redder and redder. It might get bigger. But so far, early February, not yet mid-February, we do not have a CBA signed. Before we get to Unrivaled and the one-on-one, the other news that I just want to briefly talk about, but we have to talk about it, is the situation with Rickea Jackson that has happened in Miami over these next coming days. This is a developing story, but I just want to make sure that we kind of lay out all the facts of what we have and what has been reported so far. Essentially, James Pierce Jr. is accused by police of intentionally striking a law enforcement officer with his vehicle while evading arrest. The incident allegedly occurred following a domestic dispute involving Rickea Jackson, according to police documents obtained by TMZ. There was a relationship between James and Rickea. Some outlets are reporting that they were since broken up, that he is alleged of stalking her. He was not invited to these games, but he was showing up. People have on social media have been sharing videos of them sitting courtside near him, Rickea not coming near the area. So it was just a lot of red alerts and red flags that have been going on with this situation. Rickea told police that she and Pierce Jr. had recently ended a 3-year relationship. She said she blocked his number, but alleged he continued contacting her using alternative phone numbers. So on February 7th, Rickea says she noticed Pierce Jr.'s Lamborghini SUV following her as she left an apartment complex at a red light. Rickea alleges that James approached her vehicle and attempted to open the door. Rickea then drove towards the police department in Doral City seeking help. That is when James tried to stop her from going to the police department and rammed his car into her car. This is a mess, Autumn. This is like, I woke up to this news and it just shook me to my core. He has since been arrested and it is an ongoing case, but I just want to hug Rickea, and this has nothing to do with basketball, but just as a woman, as a person, I just really hope that she's okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm sending Rickea all the love and prayers during this time because this is hard. This is scary. And as a woman, no one should have to go through this. And to me, from all the facts, it seemed like she feared for her life.
Yeah.
Police station, and that's nothing to play around with. She could have been seriously harmed in that act. And if she needs to take time away from this, I totally understand. If she needs to take a step away from basketball, totally understand. Because from a mental standpoint, an emotional standpoint, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And I just hope that she's well during this moment. I hope she has the right people around her, supporting her, lifting her. And we just wish her all the best for sure.
Yeah. We wish her all the best. We will keep you guys updated on if there's development within this story. But yeah, I think I took comfort in knowing that she is in Miami. She's with all of her sisters in Unrivaled, and I know that they were there at a moment's notice. But mentally, I hope she's able to take some time or just to be able to process what is going on. Yeah, this is real life. This is a really scary situation. So just sending all of our love from the Women's Hoop Show to Rickea. Okay, speaking of Unrivaled, going down in Miami, the one-on-one tournament is here, and we have a bracket, Autumn. We have reactions from players on who they are being matched up with in the first round. Did you see Kate Martin being like,
I did.
Why
I would have
you
had the same face.
Exactly. Why you gonna give me Paige Beckers in this first round? Y'all honestly, just did me dirty.
Anyone facing off a Paige would have given that same exact look. Because why?
Because why? Okay. I think it would be fun if we go pod by pod and we kind of quickly go through who we think is going to come out of that pod. So these matchups are so good, Autumn. They are
they're really good. I'm gonna struggle, but I'll make it quick. I promise. Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah. I think that's what's kind of fun. It's rapid fire. So if we think about it too much, we will have all.
I'm going vibes.
Vibes. We're going vibes. Again, the one-on-one tournament first round starts Wednesday, February 11th. Second round quarterfinals February 13th, and then the championship is Saturday, February 14th. Oh, I'm like planning out my basketball schedule. How's that going to fit in with South Carolina, LSU?
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Too much going on.
We got to have multiple
screens. Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's Day. Oh,
too much.
Okay, let's start with Pod A. So Pod A, that first matchup, Kelsey Mitchell got the most amount of votes going up against Rachel Banham. Who you got coming out of there?
Come on, Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah.
That quick first step, I don't see anyone catching up with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Mhm.
Kelsey Mitchell moves on to that second round. Okay, the next matchup, Courtney Williams, Veronica Burton. Also, there was a trade I saw today. So Courtney
I saw
Williams is
that.
now on Breeze, which is
Yeah.
insane. That's going to be
Yeah.
fun. Courtney Williams going up against Veronica Burton. I'll go first this time. You got to go with the midi. You got to go with the midi
Okay. I
and
was thinking
Courtney
that too.
Williams.
That
Yeah.
pull-up midi, I don't know how you're stopping it. I was
But
debating.
if someone was going to stop it, Veronica Burton is a
for
really
sure.
good defender.
I'm
I'm
going
going court. What you got?
Yeah. Courtney for sure. I thought about that. But with Veronica Burton, her 3x3 experience and just being a defensive nightmare, I think she could take it away in moments, that midi game. But I think Courtney Williams might have the edge.
I think so too. I think that's a good call. Okay. Skylar Diggins against Jordan Canada, which JC was like, all right, that's
right.
Like that's tough when she saw the draw. I'm going Skylar. And here's why. Skill set, size, everything, they're matched up. But Skylar last year in the one-on-one competition just played the game. Like she is such a games woman. So she's like, all right, I'm going to foul. I know that that's okay because that's just a free throw. And she just plays it strategically. So that's why I got Skylar. She has to conserve her energy.
And I don't think people give her enough credit on the defensive end.
Yeah.
I don't think we talk about that enough. But I'm getting Skylar on this one.
Okay, Kelsey Plum, Natisha Heidemann.
Oh, this is another tough one. But I think I'm going to go Kelsey.
Yeah, I got
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we're aligned. We're aligned there. Yeah, okay. Working from the bottom up here, we got Plum against Skylar.
Plum, Skylar. I think I'm going to go Skylar again.
Oh, okay. I'm going Plum. I'm going Plum there. Okay. Yeah, I got Plum.
Okay.
Her bag is so
it is deep.
Crazy.
It's deep.
It's crazy, but they're both lefties. Like it's going to be feisty. It's gonna be fun. But I have Plum coming out on that one.
I don't think you can go wrong. I'm gonna stick with it. No, I think I'm gonna stick with Skylar, but I really feel like you can't go wrong in this matchup picking whoever.
Okay. Kelsey Mitchell and Courtney Williams for the second round. Ooh! Courtney said in her live, her stud buzz, she said, please don't put me in the bracket with Kelsey Mitchell, please. And not only did they, but I have them going up against each other in the second round.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Kelsey's going to come out on top of that. I don't know if anyone's keeping up with Kelsey. Let's just put it that way. No.
She's too quick. As soon as you check the ball up, she's gone.
Get it out the net.
Yeah. And the layup package, the jumper's there, the 3-pointer's there, but the layup package, Kelsey Mitchell is crazy. Like it's, yeah. Okay. So then we have Kelsey Mitchell against Kelsey Plum. The Kelseys, the battle of the Kelseys, the 1 and the 2, or Kelsey Mitchell and Skylar Diggins for your bracket. Do you have Kelsey Mitchell coming out regardless?
No matter what, if it's Skylar or Kelsey Plum, I'm taking Kelsey Mitchell. You talk to every single person in the W. Actually, there was a video on this. They're like, who's the worst person to guard? 1-on-1.
Yes.
They're saying Kelsey Mitchell because she's so quick. She's like lightning in a bottle. I don't know. I have her coming out in pot A. Yeah.
She's shifty. Oh,
very
I'm going to go Plum. I'm going to go Plum. I'm going for the upset. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Upset. Go ahead. We love a good upset.
I'm pulling for the upset. I'm pulling Kelsey Plum to come out of pod A. But either way, a Kelsey is coming out of pod A.
I like that. No, that's spicy. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for these games to actually happen. Okay, now Pod B, again, these are based off of position. I didn't preface that, but Pod B is kind of the shooting guards, bigger point guards. That's kind of how I put Pod B. So we have Paige Beckers going up against Kate Martin. Poor Money Martin. Yeah. No, that's a wrap.
Got Paige on this.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Sorry, Kate. Sorry, you knew it. We all knew it. You knew it too.
The face told it all. Like, come on, y'all. Like, at least let me get to the second round. But hey, Money Martin, she might shake things up a little. But
that would be insanity. It could
I'm not
happen.
going to give away my pick, but Paige, I have her going deep.
Yeah, me too. We could skip through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany Sykes, Enrique, number 4, number 5. Now that one
is really good.
Be spicy. Sykes in her career has really said, I'm a defensive player, but these past couple years, especially this season in Unrivaled, offense has been killing it. So that's why this is tough.
Yeah. I initially was going to say Enrique, but I'm going Brittany Sykes with the confidence that she's playing with right now. Playing with no fear. Brittany Sykes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's stay here. Paige against Brittany Sykes.
Oh, I'm going Paige.
I got Paige. Yeah,
I'm going Paige. You can't go wrong. In Paige we trust.
Man, the bag is too deep. She's so good. But I know that Brittany Sykes is gonna want the challenge, and that's what makes it fun. She's definitely going to gun for that upset. That's what's gonna make it fun. Okay, Jackie Young against Tiffany Hayes. That's number 3 versus number 6. This is still the first round. I think I got Jackie. I got Jackie coming out of this.
Jackie. Yep. Man, that strength, size, everything.
Yeah. That it's gonna turn into bully ball real quick.
For sure.
Because Jackie Young can do that. Chelsea Gray versus T Cloud. I got Chelsea Gray.
Gray.
She's on another level right now. Just an insane level. So that's why I love you.
If anyone takes her on, Natasha Cloud defensively,
I know.
I think that's still going to be a great matchup. But I'm going Chelsea Gray.
Okay, we're aligned here. Jackie Young versus Chelsea Gray. Some teammate on teammate. I wonder if Asia's gonna pull up for that.
Right, she has to. I think this one's hard. I'm going Jackie Young. I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie.
I convinced myself. I talked myself into it.
But you can't go wrong. Whoever you pick, this one's gonna be tough, tight battle. But I think the strength will win.
Okay, now Paige against Jackie Young is really tough.
That's a great matchup, though.
Oh, I mean, I wanted to say Paige kind of going all the way through, but she's going to have to score on Jackie.
She's going to have to work for it. She's going to have to work for it. I think I'm still going to give it to Paige, but she's going to have to work for every single bucket. I mean, I think both of them are going to be really tired.
I know. Yikes. That's the thing about these one-on-ones. They are exhausting. Every player, you could see how tired they were at the end. Oh, man. I think I'm going to go Jackie.
Okay.
I am a breezy girl. I would have Paige going probably against anyone else, but that's Jackie, a tough rookie moment. I think J.O. is going to be like, hold up, Rook. I've been in the weight room for years.
Jordan, you're going to make me switch.
No,
but I'm going to stand on 10 toes. I'm going to stand on 10 toes.
Okay. So we got a vote for Paige and a vote for, I'm writing these down, J.O. Okay. Now, Pod C.
Okay.
This is, how would you describe this? This is like like wings. Yeah. I would say.
Big guard, energy, threes, shooters, two-way players. Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay. We got gold medal Leash with the number 1 spot going up against Sanaya Rivers in the number 8 spot.
Okay.
Alicia. Yeah,
I'm going Alicia.
I know Sanaya Rivers is going to be a great defender, but
shout out to the admin though. These are hard.
I know. These are really hard. The voters. This is tough.
Got it through.
Another tough one. Kalia Copper going up against Rickea Jackson. Ka has the speed.
She does have the speed.
If we're sticking with the Kelsey Mitchell speed is going to help you in these one-on-ones,
then you gotta respect it with Ka for sure.
gotta
Rakia's bag though
I
is the
know her
only thing that
turnaround
ends me up.
fadeaway.
Mhm.
Oh,
And length on length. So Ka is long defensively, but Rickea, does she have the advantage to like shoot over Ka?
yeah, I would say so. I would say
Oh,
that's where that turnaround jumper could
comes into hand.
come into play.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna let you pick.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'll go Ka here just to stick with the speed.
We'll stick with speed. Okay.
Okay.
Downhill, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Marina Mabry against Sonia Citron. Number 3 and number 6. Look, 47-point game. Marina Mabry.
You know, and
she's
I would
on a whole nother level.
She is. And she just has like this next level edge and dog in her. Sony, the reason I would pick her coming out of this one is because she has a deceptive back too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's similar in a sense, almost close to Paige's. Oh, but I would go Marina. Only because she's on a different level.
She's setting the record. She's leading the league in scoring. And a lot of those, like, yes, a lot of them has been pick and roll, but a lot of it has been her creating her own shot, pull up three, half court, behind the back. She's just finishing at a really high rate. I wish we would have got a taste of Marina in the one-on-ones last year, but she was injured. So this is kind of her first go at it, but how she's been scoring, I think it's a shoo-in. So I like Marina there too. Ryan Howard against Ray Burrell.
That's a goodie. Another teamy crime on crime action, but I'm going Ryan Howard.
I too am gonna go Ryan Howard, but I think it's gonna be close. I think this is Ray Burrell she's super electric and her energy, but I think finishing ability, like you don't get a ton of chances in one-on-ones. You know, you gotta be able to shoot high efficiency. So that's where I have Ryan there.
I have Ryan because of defense, her change of speed, how she gets to her spots. Ooh, that one's going to be really close. But I think when I think of defense, I think of Ryan. So I'm going to have her edge that one out.
Okay. Going back bottom to top. Ryan, Marina Mabry, second round.
Ryan, Marina Mabry.
Oh, that is so hard.
I know, Jordan. Do we stick with Marina at another level or ride time?
I think ride time. I think ride time. I think so, but man, that's tough.
No, that one's gonna be I think that's gonna be a little chippy. I like it.
We go Ryan. And for me, just for the plot, because if we do Ka and Alicia Gray, I want Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard.
Yes. Stir the pot, Jordan.
I want Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, just for the plot. And I
need that.
Gosh, they would be.
I know what you're gonna say.
I think I have Leash.
I knew you were gonna pick Leash. I knew it. And I'm not mad at that. Honestly, I think that's gonna be another tight battle.
That is so tough. And they are going to be correct. We're never gonna hear the end of this. Whatever the matchup is.
Ever. No. Jordan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to go on record. We know your Atlanta Dream ties. We don't want anything coming back. We don't want anything coming back on you later this season. I'll give you a pass. a pass.
Great. Woo. You read my mind. Thank you. Thanks.
Got you. I got you. Okay, last one. Pod D. These are the bigs going up against each other. First round, first matchup, Brianna Stewart against Lee Yuru. So that is number 1 against number 8. I got Stewie coming out of
Stewie.
this one. I got Stewie coming out of the first round this
Yeah.
year because she did
Yeah.
not come out of the first round last year.
She ran against a tough defender for sure. Just tough overall. But Stewie, I got her too.
Got Stewie.
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah Boston, number 4, and Alyssa Thomas, number 5. Look, this matchup has been all over social, and people are saying that they feel sorry for the refs during this matchup. And then someone said, "Can I vote for BG to be the ref in this game?" And I really, really love that idea.
I hate the internet, but I love it so much. You guys are. That is so funny. I'm gonna pick Aaliyah Boston in this one, though.
I actually am too, and that is not a slight to AT.
No,
but I think in a one-on-one setting, I think AT could get downhill when we talk about that and using her strength that way. But Aaliyah Boston back to the basket, and she's shooting threes now, and she's shooting jumpers. I think that's why I edge her out in this one. So I'm with you.
Yeah. And Aaliyah Boston, like with smaller forwards or even guards, she's so good defensively with her footwork and her timing, the way she blocks shots. So I think that's what's going to give her the edge as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, let's stay here. Stewie or Aaliyah Boston?
I'm going Stewie.
I'm also going to go Stewie. I think it's going to be close, though. I don't think she's going to run away with it. I've said this before. I've said this many times. I think Fee won last year and Stewie wants to win this year just to, get the co-founders their first couple of years.
Let us have the first two.
Yeah, it fits a Stewie Fee style so much when you have to win, because when you think about going outside of this pod, Stewie having to go against a Kelsey Mitchell or Kelsey Plum, like she could just post them up. So I just feel like this.
Yeah. No, I like this. I like this style for sure. It makes you think. Like, we'll get to it, but a lot of these, I mean, it's like the same skill set in a sense, just different bodies. I don't know.
Exactly. So, okay, we both got Stewie coming out of the top half. But here is probably one of the best ones. De'Erica Hamby against Shakira Austin. Look, the last time these two players played, Shakira Austin blocked De'Erica Hamby 5 times by herself, just against De'Erica 5 times. Shakira's on a whole nother... She's on a different plane this season. So I'm going to go, even though Shakira's ranked 6, De'Erica's 3, I got Shakira here.
I have Shakira too.
Yeah.
Her timing, I'm going to say the same thing I said with Aaliyah Boston, her timing too. And just that dog in her, like she gets after it. I love watching her play.
Don't forget the game that Marina Mabry set the record. Shakira also had a 30-piece. Like, I feel like we did not talk about that enough because of the 47. But Shakira is playing super, super well. So I think this is going to be a really good time for her to show that off. Now, Dom Malonga at number 7 versus Aaliyah Edwards, who is at number 2. Who do you have out of that one?
Yes, there is a size advantage with Dom, but I'm still going Aaliyah Edwards because catch up if you can. I think her footwork, face up, you name it, and what we saw last year, Aaliyah Edwards.
Yep, and just having a year under your belt, I think is just super helpful in general. But she surprised a lot of people. Aaliyah Edwards, Shakira Austin.
That one's really hard, but I think. Ooh, you can't go wrong. I was gonna immediately give you Shakira, but like, oh, goodness.
See, here's my case. Also for the plot, I want Aaliyah Edwards to go up against Stewie as a rematch.
Oh, rematch? Okay.
No, she'll probably go up against Paige maybe outside of it. But a rematch of the first round of last year was Stewie and Aaliyah Edwards, and Aaliyah demolished Stewie. So I want them to have a little rematch. So that's why I have Aaliyah coming out of Shakira. But I think that is going to be really good. I think that's going to be an awesome one.
Let's stick to the plot then.
Okay,
Aaliyah,
do it for the plot.
And Stewie. And I think
who wins?
If we get Stewie, Aaliyah, I think Stewie I want Aaliyah to edge this one out. I think it will be closer. I think it will be closer this time.
Okay.
Last year
I
it
agree.
was not.
I agree.
But
okay, I'm rolling with that.
I personally want, and I'm going to give away my other side, but I want Paige Beckers versus Aaliyah Edwards.
Yes, that'll be fun.
I need it.
I need it. Okay, as a recap, that was supposed to be really quick, but whatever. That was so fun. This is going to be a blast to watch. Coming out of Pod A, you have Kelsey Mitchell. I have Kelsey Plum, but either way, we have a Kelsey coming out of Pod A. Out of Pod B, you have Paige Beckers. I have Jackie Young. That is going to be incredible. I love that. Out of Pod C, I have Alicia Gray, and you got a pass, so you don't have to answer between Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, which is fair.
Going for the dream.
Out of Pod D, you have Aaliyah Edwards. Yeah, I do too. Even though I said Stewie could win it all. Good. Aaliyah, actually, no, I'm going to stick with that.
Oh, don't come with me. Come back. No.
So we did not agree on any of them. I love that.
I'm going to trust my gut.
You can't go wrong. These are going to be great. Again, February 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern, $300,000 prize pool for this one-on-one competition. So money at stake. And then if you win, your teammates also get some change too. So don't forget about that. And you just get to be crowned Queen of the Court, which I also love. So it's going to be fun. This was so much fun. I don't even know. Was this a 2-hour podcast? It deservedly needed to be, per usual. We
another hour or so.
Thank you, Autumn, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow on your favorite podcast app so you never miss an update. Your support means the world. And if you're feeling generous, leaving a quick rating or review helps more Hoops fans discover the show. And you can now see us on our brand new YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe there. Shoot us an email at women'shoops@odyssey.com to tell us what's on your mind. We want to hear your hottest takes, your burning questions, and all your feelings about all things women's hoops. We just might feature your note on the show. That's women'shoops@odyssey.com. The Women's Hoop Show is an Odyssey original podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson. Today, our co-host was Autumn Johnson. Our producer is Phil Sweetek. Our video team is led by Kurt Courtney and includes Tim Meikle, Evan Cox, Allison Jeffrey, and Lauren Vieira. Our executive producers are Greg Holtzman, Asha Saluja, Danny Freisinger, Maddie Sprunkheiser, and Leah Reese-Dennis. And special thanks to Moira Curran and Josephina Francis.